Hello again. In this video I want to talk about animal ambulances, which is a good thing. For me it's a new phenomenon, and today we had an injured cat here in the neighborhood, and it's a cat nobody really knows who it belongs to, but it's sort of around the area. Everybody has seen and cuddled with the cat. She likes to come indoors and so on. Beautiful cat, white cat, I think a bit of age. Now, I don't know so much about animals, races and such, dogs and cats, but I love animals. I don't eat animals, and this cat is something of a, local friend here. So I was out buying breakfast and I was coming home and people had gathered and asked me if I knew who the cat belonged to, and I didn't. And I realized, that the cat was injured and something needs to be done. So, like, the first idea you have is like, okay, call the police because they have the obligation to come and pick up animals. But they can't do it, they said, because the animal wasn't sort of posing a threat to anybody outside, and it hadn't been reported as missing. And the owner probably doesn't know that the cat is injured, and we don't know who the owner was. So then I was connected to this place where they keep track of all the missing animal stuff. Once again, nobody had reported the cat missing, so I could take it to a veterinary, but that would be like stealing someone's cat and doing that. And also I would have to be personally responsible and pay for everything. And or they said that I should take the cat home, but I can't do that because I have a family, a newborn, and a cat with an open wound and so on. I have my priorities. I love animals, but you have your priorities. The problem was you couldn't really call somebody to get the job done. So I called one animal agency, and they also gave me some kind of a circular reasoning. You have to get some reported to the police or something, but I can't do that because I don't own the cat. Just a moment, catch-22 thing. But then I saw something online, and luckily they have it in Gothenburg area. It's the animal ambulance, and I called them, and the woman there, she was really interested in helping. So that was a big difference. Nobody I called to, not even the animal agency, they were like reluctant. I asked them if they had rooms in their shelters. She said, we have shelters, but it's full, and really reluctant. But this animal ambulance woman, she was really eager to help, and she realized I was eager to help. And I also was glad that I connected to her, because otherwise I would have taken the cat to the veterinary, because I can't just leave it out there, it was in one of the houses here, not houses, but small old school apartment type of buildings. So it wasn't outside freezing. She would come and have a look at the cat, she said, and she came, and luckily for the cat, it was injured seriously, not deadly, but seriously. So the animal hospital could take care of the cat without any more and further kind of bureaucratical, cyclic, complex this and that, like, this was really crazy, because if the cat hadn't been that injured, I would have been forced to make a police report about the missing cat. But how do I know it's missing, and so on? So I couldn't have done that, and she couldn't have taken the cat without such a report. So basically, technically, we would have just left the cat there. But of course I was ready in the end to just take it to the veterinary. But the cat was severely injured with an open wound, so she, we helped each other, and she took the cat in a cage, and the cat is really nice and cool. So everything turned out good in the end. And like 10-11 years ago, when I saved the baby Seagull, And this was a crazy story because I was working in a museum and they have a backyard in the museum. And during the summer they had events there, music, you know, hipster stuff, drinks, and people like to go there and pose and, you know, just be cool and so on. So the problem was seagulls. So they called in this agency who, you know, sanitizes apartments and houses from bugs and ants and, you know, such stuff. So they somehow just got rid of the seagulls. And I was shocked because, I mean, like for me it sounded so brutal. Like, was that worth it? You know, I mean, wow, somebody could have gotten some bird shit on their head or in their drink. Wow, worst case, you know. Anyway, after the event was done, and you know it became quiet again, I heard something in the gutter up on the roof. So I went up the winding exit, emergency exit staircase, and sort of climbed on the roof and put my head inside of the gutter and, you know, pulled out this baby seagull. Back then you didn't have ambulances and stuff like that, so it was much more primitive, and seagulls aren't worth as much as dogs and cats, but the bird got shelter in the end. So a lot has happened, and in my opinion any society which has kind of a welfare should have a welfare for animals too, because that's something that I find it worth the money, because I don't think the government should pay anybody for having their interests, religions and music and all that financed, because hey, take care of your hobbies yourself, but you know, roads, hospitals and so on should be taken care of. This is Europe, this is how it's done. Every country has a welfare system, more or less, some kind of a safety net, and I think it should involve animals. It should be easy just to call an animal ambulance from the get-go, and they would pick up the animal, the deer, the dog, the chicken, I don't know, and just get some help for that. And why this case today with the cat was special, because to go back to the start, when I came back with the food and told my wife what had happened, she had a dream the same night, this night, of a white cat being injured. So that was really amazing, and we felt something special for the cat. We always enjoy like greeting the cat and, you know, just saying hello to it. So that was some thoughts about animal welfare and animal ambulances, and I'm glad that something has happened over the last 10-11 years. Some of the animal agencies who actually do their work and take care of animals after an operation or something, and they try to sort of find the owner, or if there's no owner, they will try to find a new home for the cat and so on. They have expanded a bit, so I'm really glad for that. Okay, time to move on with today. Have a great weekend, take care and all the best. Ciao.